Hi guys, this is Wizard1 on Red Flag Deals. I know a lot of you have been waiting patiently for this, and I'm happy to bring you the Mlais MX base full video review. Just a quick note, this is currently being sold on sale at GearBest for $109.99. However, if you use coupon code BTS4G, it does bring it down by another 8%, which makes it $101.19. This is very close to the all-time historic low price that I've seen, which is $99.99, and even at this price, it's still an amazing bargain for a phone like this. And you'll know why I say this after I do the full video review. First of all, we'll just quickly look at the TPU case here. The TPU case doesn't add too much thickness to the phone. It's really a minimalist case. It does a good job at protecting the camera lens here. It has a slot for the speaker. It also has an extra lip here so that if you were to drop it on a flat surface, it most likely will be able to protect the phone from being spiderwebbed and cracked. Let me just take this off quickly and just show you something else. Personally, I don't like flip cases like this. The reason is when you put it in there, and a lot of times I use it one-handed for my phone. If I need to use it, it basically just closes because I have to grab onto it. If I hold it like this, it adds a lot of extra thickness to the phone, and it's just not really comfortable to hold onto. The one thing is good that I do like about this case is that the square window here activates a separate screen when closed. You see the time, the date, as well as you can actually access here. You can access and control the camera, the calendar, as well as your music. So it's a pretty good little addition to the phone. If you like using this and you don't mind holding it a little thicker, then it's a great case to use for this phone. Let me just quickly turn this off and take it off. One thing to note, it is a little annoying, is that when taking off this flip case, it just tend to get caught on the edge here of the side, and it becomes a little pain in the butt to take off sometimes, but it is possible if you're really careful. Okay, next thing we're going to look at is the weight of the phone. Keep in mind that there is a 4300 milliamp battery in there, which gives the phone substantial weight and heft to it, so it does feel nice in the hand. So let's quickly just turn on the weight here and see what it weighs. Okay, so you can see here that it weighs 167.9 grams. It's not overly heavy, but it makes it feel nice to hold in the hand. I mentioned just before that it has a 4300 milliamp battery in there, and with that I get approximately 18 hours and 45 minutes of usage time. This is medium to light usage, like browsing the internet, playing a game every once in a while, just checking the time, putting it down while I'm working in the office. Also, for full charging from 0 to 100%, you're looking at 4 hours, which is reasonable because of such a big battery that is inside this phone. Next thing to look at is the screen. Keep in mind that I know a lot of people are used to all these big screens now. This screen is only a 5-inch high-def screen. It's a 720p screen. It has decent viewing angles on it. It's clear no matter really how you look at the phone. So it's pretty good in that respect. The pictures are clear. In terms of reception, indoor reception is average for a Chinese smartphone. I do get at least some reception indoors. There usually is strong reception in places with a lot of computer or electronic interference, it does suffer a little bit in terms of reception. If you go outdoors, you get very good reception no matter where you are. Always get full 4G reception while I'm outdoors with this phone. Next thing I want to look at is the speed test for 4G. Just look at the results here. So it peaks at a high of 74.5 megabits per second download, and for upload it peaks at 21 megabits per second. Bear in mind that these three different tests are off three different servers, so that's why you get wild differences in the speed tests. Okay, the next thing I want to look at that a lot of people have asked me about is the quality of the camera. So first of all, we have on the back we have an 8 megapixel IMX219 Sony lens on the back to give you some really decent shots. Let me just show you. Oops. Let me just show you the pictures I've taken here. Okay, so this is just a picture of I went for dim sum the other day and I just randomly decided to take some pictures of this. So if you look here, it's really good zooming in quality of the picture. You can see a lot of the details in the picture itself. Next is this picture. This is an outdoor in bright sunlight. Unfortunately, the other day, someone hit my car and decided to drag along the back of the car, so I had to take these pictures for insurance and for proof. So if you look here, it's really decent, again, really decent quality in the picture. It picks up a lot of the detail here. You can also see a lot of the individual treads on my tires. Lastly, I took a picture of my Minion collection in really low light settings. As you see here, the actual quality in the darker image is actually not so good. There's a lot of noise in the picture and it's not completely sharp. For regular usage for the camera, again, outdoor bright light usage is fine. Medium lighting is good too. However, in dark settings, just like the Minion picture there, I did have substantial lag in taking the picture, and then as you see there was also a lot of noise in that picture. On the front of the camera, there is a OmniVision 5648 lens, which is a 5 megapixel camera. The next thing we will look at is the GPS on the phone. So overall, the phone actually does a pretty decent job at picking up GPS. It gives it maybe a little shorter time than most phones. Let's give it a sec here. Okay, I don't know why it's taking so long. Normally it's relatively fast in picking up full 3D fix on the phone. Okay, I'm not sure why it's taking this long to get a fix on the satellites here. Could be because I'm indoors. I did do a test of the GPS right before I started to film this video, and it picked it up in maybe about 5 to 6 seconds. I don't know why it's taking so long this time. I am indoors right now, but still shouldn't take this long. So I guess your results can vary with usage of the GPS here. For this time, I don't know why it's not picking up anything. Okay, quick look at the games here that I've been running on the phone. So first one I'll look at is Asphalt 8. Keep in mind this phone uses a quad-core MediaTek CPU, so I didn't expect too much from this phone. However, it does load games relatively quickly, and it runs smoothly, as you'll see in a second. Okay, so that's Asphalt 8. Oh. Let me just get out of there. Okay. Another game that I run a lot right now is Mortal Kombat X. This one takes a little longer to load, but that's just normal on almost all smartphones. So I'll just give it a sec to load. Oops. Taking its sweet time. There we go. Okay, so that's Mortal Kombat X. You see it's pretty smooth. The graphics on this is actually pretty good as well. The last thing I want to really look at that I got a lot of people asking about is how good is the Zaza remote, the IR blaster that's on the top right here of the phone. So I've used it on a few different TVs, and I'm happy to report that it's actually really good and works with most of the name brands that I've tested. Someone asked me about the range of the remote of the IR blaster because they don't want to be like have to walk up to the TV in order to actually control it. They want to be sitting in their couch or whatnot. I can tell you that the range on this can go as far as 18 walking paces, which is pretty far away. And even at 18 walking paces, you can easily control it without having to really contort it or do whatever you need to do to try to get reception. As long as you got line of sight, you do get basically good control of TVs that you want to control. So overall, this is my review of the Mlais MX based smartphone. It is a very decent smartphone for the price. It's better than the Motorola G in my opinion, especially with the price of $101.19 right now. The camera is really good in well lit settings. Darker settings not so good. The screen, the 5-inch screen on it is really crisp and sharp. The battery, of course, is amazing. It's a beast. It's 4,300 milliamps with nearly 19 hours of usage time on it. Speed test wise, decent. It's not like really fast, but still more than enough to handle your daily usage. GPS, we saw here we had some issues with the GPS. However, personally, when I use it outdoors, I have absolutely no issues with it. It can run most games and applications without any problems, even with the quad-core MediaTek CPU. So overall, it's a really good phone to use. My suggestion is to get it if you like getting it for like someone who doesn't really need high specs, or someone like a parent. It's an amazing phone to have, especially for that price. If you have any other questions or concerns that you guys want to ask, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll definitely try to answer those as soon as I can. This is Wizard1 again, and this is a look at the Mlais MX based smartphone.